great vision to the point where you just got to show them just a little bit of hand here, hand up there. They will give it to you.
Make yourself available.
Yeah, you got to make yourself available.
Make yourself available. They will find you.
He should never have to dribble.
Exactly. I got my
He should never have to dribble the ball.
Yeah.
Really, never happened.
Never.
Catch it, shoot, fly.
Because they're going to put you in position.
Yeah, he got it easy. He got it. He want one.
Yeah, he want one.
I played with two really. I played with J. Kidd, of course. Played with Andre Miller, right? So two guys that's hell of a willing passer. So, and making yourself available, going to the spots, reading the defense, watching film. Like Gil said, learning where to be. Right?
Yeah.
It's a skill. Right? Learning how to make yourself available is a skill. And you can do that not only in games, but you got to watch film. You got to have conversations with your guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, when you roll, hey, when you drive here, hey, where you want me to be? Hey, when you do this move, hey, what you want this? Like, how would you like me to set the screen on this play? Would you want me to pop? You want me to short roll? You want me to go to the rim? How can I? So that's the shit. That's the next elevation in his game. So to go from 17-9 to that 21-22, making yourself available in his motor needs
still in the right spot.
Like, if he had that Vando motor, I know I shit on Vando a lot. But
If he had that
Vando motor,
That's why even Vando can average an easy 10-12. Putting himself in just the right position because no one's paying attention to the point where if he understands his backdooring,
when to cut.
Yeah, when to cut.
When to cut. That's the thing. You can cut,
He just cut him right there at that dunker, but
shoot it.
he don't though. That's a
Shoot it for it.
It seems like he got his bounce back. So whatever was going on last year with him, it's like he got his bounce back.
Look on that.
When
my shit started to leave me when I was having knee problem, what I started doing. Float that motherfucker, yeah, absolutely. Float, yes. Yeah, I couldn't get there every time. And I going through this shit, you go, hey, I can't jump over everybody now.
right spot is a skill though. That's what I'm saying. I used to get mad. Like, what up, like,
I'll take up with things on the size.
I'm not pump fake.
Scared to get fouled.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Pump fake, boom, bump. You pump fake, I'm going to go up. 2 shots. Like that's,
but it is reality. Sometimes, that foul.
Yeah.
Because that guy has again.
Absolutely. It's multi-layered. Absolutely. It's multi-layered, but you don't even think about
getting hit. You think jumping.
You think about going to the line and missing free throw.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about
it. You think about, oh, shit, this is only 30. Oh, this is
third foul.
No, got him. He ain't thinking that.
But I got to make these.
Yeah, but the other thing that so far, don't know who on his staff that he can talk to or who he can watch film with to help him. But, I think, getting those little small things in his game, like I said, learning spots, man, talking the conversation, learning how to screen and roll screen and pop, having the conversation with the main ball handlers, man, on where you need me at.
Yeah. Aaron Gordon's a player that know how to be in the right situation.
Fucking right, because he's playing.
He's always in the right. Aaron Gordon, I used to hate this shit. We used to always be in the perfect spot, bro.
You watching that shit? Yeah. You playing with dudes who you know gonna pass that bitch?
Hey, know where to be at, yeah. That's a skill, bro.
Well, the sufficient Lakers discourse.
You on that corner and you playing the nigga you might as well run back, nigga.
Just run back.
I'm going left.
You cut you in my way, motherfucker.
I'm going right. Shit, that's a strong hand.
I'm a strong hand.
That's a strong hand. Boss man
just cut in front of you. Yes, man.
So you nigga drive.
Yeah, you drive.
You're going right. That nigga cut, boy.
Hey, now you remember the chin through and then his hands off from the big? When he was up there, I'm always going. I don't give. If I can go down this way, I'm coming back that way because he only wanted to dribble with his right hand. He can only dribble. He can only dribble with his right hand.
He doing
this shit.
No, he ain't doing this shit. Hey, he gonna turn his back. Every time he want to play, trust me.
I'm going out the same side so I can get the ball every time.
Yes, nigga. You better
want to turn that bitch over.
Hell no.
They does not want to turn that over.
And a nigga like me, if I'm playing the 5, you know what I'm going to do.
Yep.
I'm going to make this.
Man, go the other way.
I'm going to make him dribble that bitch with his left hand.
That dribble when they try to go to the hole off it, fake it, and go to the hole.
Oh, shit.
I hate that shit.
Yes, I hate it. Everybody can't do that. That ain't for everybody. So. He didn't see somebody else, I'm gonna fake this bitch, watch. And told somebody, listen, I had this bitch off every time watching the game, I'm gonna fake it. Right. Well, let's keep this right off his foot.
Keep this thing moving. But you know the holidays always
We thought we were all set for retirement.
30 years of saving money, over $1 million between the two of us. No debt. Mortgage paid off.
We even had an advisor we've been with for years. We felt like we were doing everything right.
But once we actually sat down to figure out how retirement would work, things got murky.
Like, how do we turn this into monthly income? What accounts do we draw from first? How do we avoid getting crushed by taxes?
For the home team, the Los Angeles Lakers. They will start at one forward, LeBron James. Playing his first game in this season. The second this game starts, he'll become the first player in NBA history to play for 23 consecutive seasons.
LeBron is back, so let's put this historic night in perspective when it comes to longevity. Just 5 players who made it 21 seasons in the league. Chris Paul, Kevin Garnett, Dirk, Robert Parrish, and Kevin Willis. Well, how about 22 seasons, you may ask? Just one name. Half man, half amazing. Vince Carter, who called it a career back in 2020. And after last night, one man stands alone atop this mountain with 23 seasons in the NBA, LeBron James. Hey, welcome to NBA Today. I'm Malika Andrews, joined by our senior insider, Shab Sharania, and a pair of NBA champs here, Danny Green, Kendrick Perkins. And last night we got to see the return of LeBron, guys. I clearly left my voice in Crypto.com Arena. Perk, what did you see?
Well, it's no words to describe what we saw last night but greatness. But I will say this. You lost your voice because you was laughing at me because I've been wearing it back in every Wednesday. But
how did LeBron look in his year 23 debut? Okay, you had 23 year, then obviously he's gonna, it's an A+++ because we've seen what the rest of the field look like at 22.
But to the world, let me say this. You're going to see this jacket, this.
So LeBron is back in. Some of y'all got some explaining to do. Not early on this season, one of the biggest stories in the NBA community is, damn, the Lakers sure do look pretty doggone good. They started the year off with a record of 10-4. Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic are putting up really great numbers. And more impressively, they've been able to win games where Luka and Reeves have been absent. But, of course, the big question surrounding the Lakers is, well, what about LeBron? Because as they've been able to win games and climb the charts of the Western Conference standings, they've done all of this without LeBron playing a minute of basketball. And of course, since it's LeBron, everybody loves to have their crazy takes, and they started to fly off over the past week with news being broke that LeBron's return was imminent. Then everybody lost their mind and thought to themselves that adding a really good basketball player is somehow going to be a bad thing for a team that lacks a lot of really good basketball players. To the point in which many people just flat out said that when LeBron comes back, it will ruin the Lakers. The chemistry will be off. He will take the ball out of both Luka and Reeves' hands, tell them to go sit in the corner and run the show again. Despite the fact that LeBron, for many of years, saying the exact opposite and all the numbers pointing in the direction that he does not want to dominate the ball anymore. But of course, LeBron can certainly show you better than he can tell you. And so he made his season debut against the Utah Jazz. Now, I can already hear people in the comment section. I can predict the future. I've been doing this long enough to know what y'all are going to say. No, it's a 1-game sample size against the Utah Jazz. You need to really calm it down. Also, you're telling me you're impressed by 11 points? Because when you look at the box score at first glance, it really wasn't that impressive of a night. 11 points, shot solid from the field, really good from three as well, but didn't take that many shot attempts. Got to
the game, it was impressive.
Only made one of them. And if you are still blindly judging players on box score plus minus, having the lowest plus minus out of every starting lineup may also be
you're just the highlights guy.
A good or bad night. However, the reason why I'm putting all of that aside and I feel very confident in making this video is because the thing that LeBron provided to the Lakers last night is the thing that he will continue to provide to any team that he will play for, because it is a superpower that is continued to allow him to be this impactful this late into his career, and that is his IQ, his passing, and his playmaking. And all of it was on display towards the tail end of the third quarter to the middle of the fourth quarter, where LeBron damn near single-handed turned a 6 to 8 point game to a 20-point blowout. That's what LeBron practically did by himself by just outsmarting the entire Utah Jazz pass. He started at the end of the third quarter where LeBron backs down a smaller guard, starts to wind up as Jacob Radius heads to the basket, which then draws the weak side defender down and then gives Gabe Vincent a wide open threes, the buzzer. A few possessions later at the top of the fourth quarter, LeBron was picking away with Jackson Hayes. He sends a screen, starts to dive, and you can see on the weak side, the Utah Jazz defender is pointing out to Keontae George to roll over the tag, but unfortunately that doesn't happen, and so Jackson Hayes gets an emphatic dunk. During the next possession, Austin Reeves is dancing and can't really get a boost, but for whatever reason, this George is overcompensating and sending way too much help, which then gives a wide open shot to Jacob Radius, but he doesn't miss. But it is very important to acknowledge that not just one, but two possessions that Keontae George is the low man. He's the one who's supposed to rotate over and tag. And LeBron, the one thing I will always give him credit for is that he notices a weakness with the opposing team and will relentlessly use that to his favor. So effectively, he just starts picking on Keontae George over and over and over.
Let me ask you a quick question. What if you can start and grow your own profitable business by helping other businesses get access to money? And you and I know what's the point saying
Shut your bitch ass up.
business work.
The next play, LeBron runs another two-man game with Hayes. He sets the screen, goal hard to the basket, and this time the help once more is coming from the other side because Keontae George is not going to rotate over, especially because of the strong side, and that's a quick skip past Gabe Vincent, who doesn't step back free. The next play, two-man game again with DeAndre Ayton, and this time they actually do call out the proper help on the weak side, as you can see the Utah Jazz defender pointing to Ace Bailey to rotate over to send help. However, again, George doesn't even attempt to bump or tag Ayton as he's trying to determine to the basket, and just like that, another easy basket that's being generated from LeBron. The next play is just a silky smooth transition pass from LeBron to a trailing DeAndre Ayton, something that the Lakers desperately needed, easy transition buckets. But then right after that, as you can see, half-court offense once more, LeBron gets the ball in the post, draws multiple defenders' attention, and once more, Keontae George is weak side help, and he just falls asleep.
Keontae George is giving them the business. Yo, I swear to
the ball down.
I swear to who knows, boy. I kept throwing my hands up. I'm tossing water everywhere. I'm going tight diggle. This nigga Keontae George in the first half was making me so mad, bro. So mad.
So he throws just enough to throw the.
I was like, bro, why is y'all niggas hitting all these shots? The fuck y'all at?
This is where LeBron's magic starts to really kick in. After there was
damn, he just banged. What the
offensive rebound? There's a fake pass to Gabe Vincent that draws two defenders and immediately leaves him open for a drive. As all of this is going on, once more, Keontae George, I don't know what he's doing, but he never picks up anyone else. His attention is solely focused on LeBron, even though LeBron just occupied a space where there was 2 defenders. And because of this, he leaves Jake LaRavia wide open for an easy 3. And for the final touch in semi-transition, LeBron identifies the cross matchup. Ayton immediately dives on, you guessed it, Keontae George, and LeBron makes the pass for another easy 2. And I don't know if you recognize this, but from that Gabe Vincent 3 at the end of the third quarter to this DeAndre Ayton tip-in around 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, this was a 8-point game that turned into a 19-point blowout all within a matter of 5 minutes. 5. And Luka Doncic is sitting on the bench while all of this is transpiring. So when people ask the question, well, what exactly is LeBron going to do when he gets back because he needs to have the ball in his hands? He's going to dominate and take away from everybody else. I just don't understand that logic whatsoever. The idea of not giving the ball to one of the greatest passers, playmakers, and an NBA player who has one of the highest IQs of all time literally does not make any sense. I sat here for the last week or two, not only watching videos and tapes and even reading my comment section of people who thoroughly believe that somehow it would be a bad thing that LeBron is on the floor to take away minutes and opportunity from Jake LaRavia, Jared Vanderbilt, and Dalton Connects, because effectively those are the front court players that LeBron will be taking minutes away from. Somehow that would be a negative thing. I also sat here and I saw people claim that Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic averaging 40 and 30 points, as amazing as it was early on this season, that somehow was sustainable, that somehow was a recipe for success throughout the course of an 82-game season. And somehow, even if they continue to score large portions of numbers, which in this game they did, Luka finished the night with 37 points, and Reeves finished the game with 26. Somehow, those numbers...
Luka gotta be the most easiest scoring nigga I've ever seen in my life. That nigga had 19 points in the first half. So easy. The nigga had 9 points, and all of a sudden, he hit 2 threes, free throw, and a 2. I'm like, bro, this nigga had 19 out of nowhere.
And he got triple teamed. He got triple teamed at the age of 40, entering year 23. To make it seem as if like it would be a negative to have someone like that on the team is just... I don't understand how that's even possible. Also, for the people out there who are making claims that LeBron just needs the ball in his hands, he's never going to change, that's who he is,
go man.
Any other style of offense.
Yeah, that's him.
And I mean this with the utmost respect. You don't
know basketball, you dumb motherfucker.
Speaking narratives, it's one of the other. LeBron played with Mo Williams. Mo Williams' numbers from a shooting standpoint, they increased. He then went to play in Miami, where he became more off-ball and more post-oriented. He then played alongside Kyrie Irving, where again, his numbers and Kyrie's numbers in regular season and post were some of the best production that we've seen out of both of them. And then over the years while he's been a Laker, from 2020 up until last year, his overall ball dominance numbers, touches, time of possession, average seconds per touch, have all gone down every single year. Heck, last year, post All-Star break, LeBron was dominating the ball 4 times in both Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. You literally saw the shift last year. So for people to question if LeBron is going to get off the ball, it's crazy. Even if he continues to some capacity to be a ball-dominant player, guess what? It's okay, because he is one of the greatest passers and playmakers of all time. So it's fine. It's not a negative for one of the greatest passers and playmakers with a high IQ to have the ball in his hands. You want those things. You want those things to make it even easier for both Luka and Reeves. You want there to be a team where you can stagger minutes between these 3 players, where there's always going to be effectively 2 shot creators on the floor at all times. And basically, outside of a stretch in the fourth quarter where JD just ran Luka out there by himself, that's exactly what the Lakers had throughout the entire game. It's the the reason why they scored 140 points in regulation. It's the reason why they had an offensive rating of nearly 131, when LeBron himself had an offensive rating of nearly 134. And in the second half, he had an offensive rating of 168. And in the fourth quarter, LeBron had an offensive rating of 181. That's the reason why you want someone like LeBron on your team. Now, am I saying that every game is going to be like this?
No, we know that. Johnny Manziel, we just proved to you that that's the greatest player you ever seen in your motherfucking life, bitch ass.
Especially because he's getting older and he just won't be as impactful as he was with limited minutes like he was today. But the one thing that I know LeBron will continue to provide is passing, playmaking, and high IQ. And to believe that does not fit alongside any other offensively talented players means that you're just lying to yourself and you are just a hater. LeBron as a player is much more portable than people give him credit for. Way more portable. Forget the whole he played 5 different positions. Forget the fact that he's become a significantly better jump shot shooter over the past 2 to 3 years. In particular, on his 3-ball.
So Baylor nails both of them.
Forget the fact that he's just off ball more often. Think about who LeBron is as a player and what that can do for any team in the NBA by adding someone that can draw attention from the defense and make the right move to open players all night long. And that's why I feel confident about making this video, because that aspect of LeBron's game, I truly do not believe, no matter how old he gets as a player, those are the things that he will always be able to provide to a team. This video is not me claiming that the Lakers are now.
Holmgren looking around. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hastings. Who's guarded by Johnson. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Magic Johnson. The Kings have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Back to Moncrief. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. Moncrief's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
If you're over 40 and trying to get in shape, you need to watch this.
There's a type of fat in your body that doesn't just sit there. That's not the disease. It's called visceral fat. And it's metabolically active. It releases inflammatory chemicals like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. This signaling autoimmune and metabolic disorders. Here's why that matters.
I think it's definitely cool. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm not even joking. Sometimes I think you don't trust me. I think we all just sometimes I think that you don't trust me because I'll be like, yo, you know, we out this with the guys and we've been back together for like a half a decade now. I've asked this nigga, yo, where you at? He'd be like, huh? Once you say huh, that means you don't really want to fuck like, yeah. What you mean, huh? What you mean where I'm at? You're on earth. But look, you all gonna be here. Some people know him as the Wave God. Some people know him as Max Bigger. Some people know him as the leader of
Cam, why you always like?
I didn't know it was going to happen.
Like,
me,
it's like
it's like you're Rambo personally. Listen,
it's like yeah.
And the Hornets making a change here.
It's like, bro, we can always hear like what's in your mouth, bro, Paul, or you can hear your mouth like moving, like
top 5 score in the league.
Like, bro, you sound like you got mad snot in your nose all the time, Cam. I love you, bro, but damn, dog, is it the veneers or like take some shit out, bro, or whatever the fuck the case may be, bro.
Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Johnson with the block. They retain possession. Charlotte moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Now here's Holmgren from the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Holmgren's got 5 now.
And with that threat on the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Maxey's checked in for Charlotte.
Number 14, Tyrese Maxey.
There's a minute 34 left to play here in the half. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Anthony. The Hornets pull it in.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Curry outside, and another 3 for Charlotte.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Whistle. Johnson in the corner. Out to Moncrief. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Jackson, who's checked in for Sacramento. Baylor comes in for Carmelo Anthony.
Hornets, we just eating and driving. To my nigga Max B. Max, what the fuck is up, bro? What's good, man? Nigga Brown was good.
Hornets leading by 5.
Betty.
Go back like 40 years. Yo, you know what's crazy? You should own it. You get drive your money.
Guarded by Johnson. And the jump by Holmgren.
Like that. I was listening to these in a call from a couple years ago. This was still out there. He was like, yo, I got some shit. You definitely not using to do this. I was like, what is this? I told the story a few times, right? And I don't even know if I told Duff this shit. I remember when Max Taylor, not to this day, I'm still mad about it. He told me he started rapping. I was leaving the dunk kitchen on 43rd, and I was walking towards 42nd, on 42nd. He said, yo, King, this time you know I'm rapping that mom, you know, you still on the right. Way too much, bro. Like, yo, I'm dead serious, man. I'm telling you, I'm get this shit out of here. I said, yeah, we should have. He said, Max, get the dead. Let's get this shit played like Jonathan Sears. I said, and then what we done?
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Charlotte Hornets.
Looking like Dawson's here. I said,
well, they got a lift from their bench.
I'm on the run.
They have contributed some offense down that run.
And I was like, yo.
Taking a look at the situation for the Sacramento Kings.
And we don't
everyone is talking about their game one victory. You think they can take the first 2 on the road?
You don't know the slander that I get.
Props to them.
Motherfucker, you let it go this way. You already see the same level. What the fuck? How to go there?
They'll have to keep up that intensity. Play sharp. If they can, wow, hit it home. They'll be sitting in a great spot.
They would indeed.
Thanks
for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And I listen, I'll tell you, I missed out. I didn't see it because it was too much of my nigga. I didn't see the vision. And sometimes when it is not really talking about you, you turn up and something. Oh, look, dropping in, though. Oh, no, we've been
and glad to have you with us as we get going here in game 2. One guy who's been getting it done is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball.
He's out there with Russell Westbrook.
Let me ask you a question, right? We're going to go back a little further. I want to ask you a question.
So that's the group out there for Charlotte.
I don't know if you out there, you have to call the radio station to defuse the situation between Kanye and Wiz Khalifa. Because Kanye was out in the game. Wiz Khalifa jumped in and say, who the fuck is you basically? Just made that album the way you stealing from Nexus, you locked up, the calling, French gave me permission to make this, that, and the stuff. When you hear shit like that, and just think about it, with us being murdered. We surrounded the niggas sometimes, not even me, it's in the world, shit like that. And you be like, you're two of the biggest artists at this time is arguing about something that I created and I'm locked up. When you heard that, what did you feel? You saw that shit on really When we was thinking over that, they were talking about music before. But then when they got that daytime TV, that's when that shit had like some tragedy. Right. And when William had that's home, that's sis. Right. She just went into a whole long, like 60-second segment on promo shit. So we all started the shit that I was doing. We just came out like the box or whatever. It was like in the transition phase and everything. That was like when it came that happened within the process that we saw, so that shit was like, it was good hopeful. You see that people like, we got involved. And you know, like, damn, this shit changed. So that shit was dope. That shit was dope as hell. That's what it's about. So, that's what I was saying, like, so, a lot of people come into the killing me out from Harlem, 20 years. I'm not talking about you, just people
one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring.
I'm talented. I could do music because I would just consider you you can write R&B, you can do hooks, you can rap. I consider you an artist. I don't even like to put you in a genre of just rap, but when you realize you have this talent, you always have it, but you just said, fuck this, I'm going to take this serious because I see the niggas go. Nah, I just ain't want to. I knew like around 18, 19 when I first went to jail and shit. That's like right after I left for your out and shit. Yeah. So when I used to be writing, that's like the most purest shit that would ever come to me. You know what I'm saying? Then I could start seeing the shit. I started seeing what I was writing. Right. So that it was like, all right, you could tap into the imagination. You know what I'm saying? So I guess from that point on, from elementary, from being around y'all, we always check boxes on personality and character. Right. So it's like, all right, y'all know I was always telling you what you said. You was like, yo, nigga, you got that slick talk. You always talking slick. So that shit like resonated all the way. You told me that shit, we was like 19, 18. Right. That shit resonated up to, you know what I'm saying? Watching y'all niggas do what y'all do. So I implemented that in there, and I just knew as the more I wrote and the more I developed, right. I just realized I could do other shit. I could put myself out there in a plethora of ways, you know what I'm saying? So that was just one of my outlets, you know what I'm saying? Right. So it was, at that time, it was early, but that was like the first thing I knew where I was like, this I could control this, right? This is some shit I can, right. You know what I'm saying? I want to get better, and I just wanted to get better. So even y'all, I know y'all found at that point where your craft was at that, right. At that peak, right? You was like, yo, this is really what I love to do. Right. So that was like that moment. So in prison at that time, that shit kept me like sane, bro. Right. Cause you had niggas coming in there with little bit of shit. They couldn't figure that shit out. I done seen niggas coming in there with 2-3 months, start smearing shit on the wall. Niggas be bugging. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, like, God bless me with that shit to keep me going. And as I kept devoting to the craft, other shit will open up in the process. Right. The craft opens up a whole nother motherfucking Pandora's box to some whole other shit. So I just dive in my craft. I start with that, and then everything else. It shows me everything else. Right. Everything. Right. So that's kind of like, you know what I mean? I'm going to say 18, though. Yeah. Now, listen. That was one of the questions. We don't even speak for that because he'll tell me I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
2 minutes into the second half of play now.
But it comes to a point where
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Down low.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we developed that way before I did. And I've been long time. They used to tell me, yeah, we gotta take some other words. It's only that I'm older. I'm trying to clap the clap. We ain't trying to be It's crazy. You try to just say, and we used to think about it like I remember used to be like hard about the drinks because there be so many foolish niggas or stupid niggas on Long Island. Just like now in the room, nobody seems to rob basic like the fresh more and everything else. It's called the floodgates for whole dude talk about you do go out and sell a liquor. Yeah, got it one out. Got it one out. The nigga said the liquor in the first out there. So he taught me that. And to me, when I first started paying close attention to what you're doing, you kind of already figured that out. I didn't know if that was part of your process when you just started to go R&B as well, or you said, listen, I can't just rap, I got this other time. It wasn't just rapping the time, you always had the whole package. Nah, it's always been, you just, it's like a hard practice. You could start off light, and then the basics, or you could start off like maxed out and just work on everything to your shit before you know it. So over the years, that's how I always practice to write a song, to listen to the, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, I knew beats from music, just regular shit, everyday music. I would know beats up there, so I would write off them beats. This one I ain't had no radio or nothing. Right. I was just using this. So this allowed me to really swim into the shit and hear it, get the count right. That's why the rhythm be so good. That's why because like I go into it. So that's like, that's like, I can't explain it. I always worked on everything. It's even listening to the shit, even to the selection, what people won't like, what's too loud. And I ain't talking about loud, like, you know how some music just be too loud, not the volume, but it's just loud, don't hard. Like all that shit is all a science. So that's kind of how I like train myself in the very beginning. So that's why it sound that, I mean? Yeah. So it's technical, but. No, it is what it is. That's your process. You got all this street buzz before you go to jail. Mixtapes is on fire. The streets is fucking loving you. And then you catch this case and go to jail. When you went to jail, being that you had the streets on that much fire, what was that like? Let's just say the first month.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
Seeing Max in here in that situation, it's how did you guys
good. Jackson's got his second bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
I just want to chill and be cheated.
Here's
you know what I'm saying? So, we lost already. Niggas be gooped out. You know, when you ain't trying to be talking about music, you ain't got to you ain't in the mood. So, right now, when you going through this new spot, when you rap or whatever, when you rap from New York, you go low, and I gotta go through the system. So I'm not straight Rambo time with this shit. Like, I don't want to play, ain't no voice playing, you not doing no check, no talking. Shit like folks that just got convicted, and so I really don't care about that shit right now. That shit ain't nothing. I'm trying to do shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of be like where I be at with the shit. Like, I just hit rock bottom again. Let me see how I'm gonna dust my shit off and get back up and get back on the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like how I look at it. And it's time for it. Like, that shit don't really excite me. I want to skip out the full man, get this shit out, and it'll just be regular. And that's it. So I'm kind of like, I'm just like, so at the end of the day, what you said is right, because you tell me to get convicted, you get 75 days, so you like, it ain't gonna be tomorrow. You like, you ain't trying to back, but you ain't fucking getting back about that. You really want to back alone, but now you can't even be left alone, so you gotta bump up, shit like that. So now you going through that process. I just did 17 years, 10 months, and then 18 years. You know, my nigga, that shit is they could be something that, you know what I'm saying, you need some type of spiritual stability. You need to be able to find some shit. So, that right there, that shit was my find. And it just so happened, like, I don't care where it's like, I can do it wherever. I don't need no track. And that shit is an automatic find, so it's an automatic beat. So that's why, you know what I'm saying, it's a connection, and that's why people.
be kind of connected to it, because they can feel that I feel like what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So, you know how this shit, man. There's some deep shit out here, but I'm glad me and y'all finally getting a chance to sit down and really have a discussion about it. Because we
Hornets lead by 8.
Fuck up together. Yeah, absolutely. I'm saying so. Yeah, I didn't get real over this. I mean, just
I do not remember the last time I saw it done like that in a game.
I'm not gonna break in this shit. I think you have a bleach on. You might go sleep and get nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Then you have the bird, you can't even really fit in on it. You was going out on the bird. This thing is up. I'm like, yo, pulled out the new money at this time. The big face on it. I'm like, oh, this thing is fake as hell. I thought it was people free call. You schooled me right there, like, hold it up, man, bro. You see that little face you shot at?
And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Holmgren's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets.
Nobody looking at him. So when I go back, when I get on that feed, I be knowing, I understand. I'm like, I was hoping when I gave you the seat, I'm like, yo, I'm asking the nigga Ray, I'm like, yo, you think I did too much? Nah, this nigga cares.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
Social media at that time or whatever, but you really do so you're starting to get fired. And that's the one thing I always say. It's correct. You don't have to sell it. Hey, let's sell it. We need to do another to be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a nigga, when you don't bust a boxing match, and one nigga going, and another nigga trying to engage you in the motherfucker, you gotta sell the fuck, man. You know, when you fucking each other, you gotta act like you don't fuck each other. You trying to sell tickets, man. You got that, all of us really got that shit for you. You really got that shit off top to where you know how to sell it. There's niggas who not selling who can't rap. There's niggas who got to rap who can't sell it. That's why I say you really got like the package force when it comes to that, man. And not for real, I'm happy you ain't missed it. That shit. Yeah, that shit got to get shown because there's a lot of niggas who can rap. So we carry them, nigga. And you might just miss out on opportunity, but our pieces, that really ain't better. Yeah, not back then, talking about they got good. Yo, we get money, but so yeah, we get to this point, right? So you like, yo, it's a possibility from home. Come on for 75. You like, what's that energy like when that's a possibility? You got straight around, you can't get to each other and get excited. But when you're excited, start telling everybody, you think I bag like a motherfucker. I'm out. Yeah. So, if I had got the brief or whatever, usually them shits, when they get denied, they be like a phone. You know what I'm saying? You see a phone. So, my shit said modified.
To the 3 spot, takes pride in outworking everyone.
Said shit to my name. So I'm not sure what that means. You like, nigga, you gotta hit it. You looking like good money. You on your way out. So that's the first time that we in the hole, we get behind the gate. Get that on, so we start screaming and shit. So they're moving shit, until you bleed. That was like the first time. So it looked like I was going to get some action, but I still had a long drive to do. But where I was at, man, you don't get no action. You know, when you do some shit like this,
I was a good guy. Yeah, me all the way in the bar. I was at the bottom. So when I had we just don't get no information. That's the big hype. Everybody got like shit they done to me. So when you get the league, if anybody get a slinky, anything, any hit that's in the league, that shit float around the prison like wildflies. So from that deal, it was a big deal. So that was like the start of the process. That was like 2015, like the end of 13. I went through like court for like a year. When I copped out, we cop out my shit, it was a 20. So I'm like, damn, I'm still have 9. Yeah. Man, I could be African, then try to go, you know what I'm saying? Got to or I can go ahead and suck it up, do this little 9 and just ride the shit out. Yeah. So I just took the plea, boom, went back up to 9, and then now tried to just switch and get my mindset out that life shit, you heard? Yeah. Got me out the prison in the big house, sit me somewhere where niggas got more of my time at, niggas was going home, so it's a different mindset. You know, a bunch of niggas ain't going home. That shit was mad over big, you don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You might see a nigga getting coffee every day, 2, 3 years. Next day, nigga might just run around and start stabbing niggas that ain't famous for no reason. Right? No reason, no movie shit, no cap. That's how that shit be. So it's not every day, but that shit happens, bro. So you gotta be on point.
Saying, and listen, I can only imagine, bro. You basically saying that really was that ain't no hope for nobody.
I was able to listen in on what Doug Christie was going over with the team. They took a laid-back approach to the huddle, telling the team, everyone thinks this game is over, so just go out there and let it rip. Let's see what we can do. And I think the players love that message.
You know, it was different. Okay. But the average nigga that gets some love,
Johnson kicks to Moncrief. O'Neal is screen on Westbrook. Moncrief the pass to O'Neal.
You go home and look like you trying to get something back. Fuck you, nigga. That's the mentality right there. Gotcha. Now, it ain't all of them trying to get that spot. Yeah, it's a different mindset. Yeah. So that shit fuck some shit up in there. Fucking that. Yeah. So you gotta like really stay on your shit.
I just love what you told me. Sounds like you got the movie already. Sounds like you got the
yeah, I just gave the main promotion. Yeah, bro, you got to go. Try to go back in the field, like you can still play. Yeah, suit up on some young kids, young better, young man. You still got it. Yeah, you go to retire and shit, we chill, we dead, we tired, we sleep in the park. You got the kids, shit, and tired, we I just got you the joint going in, you tell me to eat your water, you got to do something.
That's what you talking to me the other day. He started to kill us. I just fell asleep. That day it was like 4 in the morning. I just
I'm looking for this. You're fell asleep on the ship. I'm in school, but I saw me little shit at 1 in the morning. But I knew Michael Irvin was on that night, so I was like, you should have flashed it.
I was done this thing already started back. Like 30 minutes, man. I was knocked out.
You sleep right in the ground. You know,
they are having their way.
You know, shoot me outside. You gotta give him time. So that thing you talking about, right? After 30 minutes, I'm like, you gotta go in and shoot. But sometimes I'll be late too, so I wasn't tripping. When Mason come late and be like, yo, niggas gotta be on time, bro. You take this shit, organize this shit. Don't give out showing up when people show up. I can be late, but everybody else can't be late. And then niggas say, then the staff say something to me, I'm like, I can't say nothing about it, yo.
They couldn't afford to fall into
like
a tough hole, and they knew it.
So back, right? Listen, the other day I seen you came home, come off
they look to be epic. And what a
My nigga
tremendous
Duff,
standout
man.
performance it was
He's
from
hot.
Kareem
He's
Boys not just scoring, it was the efficiency with which he did it.
Thank you, sexy. Thank you, girl. I like these, man. I'm gonna give you something for the show. See, I got to be on the Duffy real quick. Yeah. But I wanna ask Matt something real quick. Thank you for the tune. I appreciate this story.
Got a big check for mine.
Yeah. I get Matt's a little serious when you walk in there. I don't like promoting that. You can do it, but I don't want to act like that's why y'all get me here. Y'all just my nigga. I don't want to act like, you know, that shit. I don't do all that for Kim, but yeah, definitely a check on me. Definitely a check on me. I didn't even know if you had to bust about it, but what I do for my friends, see, me and Duffy just got to a point where we trying to outdo each other on gifts every year. That's how I get. I wouldn't even pump anything that I do for you because, nigga, you deserve what you're about to get. But I will brag about what I give to this nigga, definitely. Yeah. So I will winning. Before you go such a Murder. Straight back. This nigga birthday a couple months ago. I watched the episode. I was nigga like a little briefcase of money, all 20s and shit. I gave him some matches, a few 50s. I said, no, the match. I can go to the bank plus a mattress money. Yeah, filled the joint up. Nigga looked at it and said, yeah, happy birthday to me. Nigga ain't say thank you. It said something like some mattress money. I said, yeah, it is. He said, okay, that's nice. I was like, I must have 3 years.
They had a long time.
Nah, he said he should have my birthday too. No, this fight, he up though, man. Let me keep it a buck. Yeah. When we shoot the show, I've been getting away with murder because, no pun intended, his birthday when we not shooting. My birthday falling during the episode. We on, summertime we on vacation. He been missing his birthday. So I thought I made up with the shit, with the briefcase, but obviously it wasn't enough. They said, yeah, this is nice. Cute mattress money. I said, oh shit. I gotta do something else. Yeah. You know what it was, man. So, you come home the other day. So put it like this, I don't want to skip that. We'll get to that in a minute. We just talked about how you hear that you might come home. When you hear that you definitely come home, what's the energy? Because I'm going to keep it 100. You, Black, and I'm just being fucking totally honest. Y'all say you come home every year for 3 years. Yeah. Yo, Kill, I got to talk to the governor in Jersey. Yeah, once I speak to the mayor and Spurs with them coming up, Black, call me the next year. Yo, Flea, we just spoke to this person. It's going to happen this year. So when I'm telling niggas, I'm trying to get shit lined up. I said, yo, Mac, come on, man. Niggas, so when I told him this time, they like, Cam, Mac's been coming home every year for the last 4.5 years. But I said, that's what he told me. Black told me this, that, and third. When you realize you really could come home, what was that feeling like? Because like you said, you get the modification, and you say, okay, cool, you sell it for the 9. When you realize them days is getting counting down closer and closer, what's that like? I spoke to you Saturday before you came on. You said, y'all feeling tingly pause, man. It's about to go down. What about that when you finally got a release date? Because it's one thing saying you can come home, and then when you get that release date, what was that like?
It was, like I said, you just got to switch the mindset. So I knew I wasn't going to be in here for the duration. So now let me try to preserve as much as I can. Let me see and start trying to work out, keep my little shit healthy with exercising, just stay in the game. Right. So that was kind of my mindset. I still was hungry. It was like it ain't like I had a year left to still had to do a 9-ball. So right. That's after like everything and my shit got flipped. It was like I had a 9-ball left. Right. So I was still in prison mode, but it felt good for even motherfuckers just to have that excitement. Right. You have money, niggas that been waiting this long. Right. So when I get relief, niggas want to hear something or some type of, niggas want to hear that. And then, like you said, man, this shit don't stop. We selling it in there too. Yeah. We got to stay relevant in there too.
Yeah, nigga, you did 2 hooks for me from on my project. I said, yo, this nigga's amazing.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for
tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Lakeland, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. So off the tip of Charlotte. Pass to Canepa. Charlotte moving the ball around. Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
Well, not only can Jokic
So was good.
he's such a great passer. He gets the break going with a quick outlet.
We know these two teams rack up the
Back to
assists.
the
Greg, they pride
countdown.
themselves
The
on
16.
playing
18
unselfish
personally
basketball.
for the 34.5.
Sides
Yeah, game minus versus
player
MVP.
and ball movement, getting everyone involved. It makes both teams that much more difficult to defend.
About balls.
And the
In
basket is
that
good.
case, you got 5 minutes.
Murray's got his
Take
second
down,
bucket
use
of the
that
game to go.
free throw, nigga, off, and
And you
then
can't fall asleep against Murray, especially when he's got great interior positioning. The D has got to be better. Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now, here's Johnson. And James pulls it down. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much.
Such a quick and crafty player. Murray gets room and scores.
And never Greg an all-star, but he is a star. Jamal Murray can flat out play.
And he's had his hurdles to overcome with injury over the years, but he's never wanted to shrink from a challenge, and he remains a prolific shot creator.
new customers spend $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win.
Driving inside.
FanDuel, play or get.
Gordon finishing it off.
And you gotta love a skilled dunker like Gordon, charging in and sailing right over the defense.
Choose from 9 different label materials, including glossy and matte finishes. Upload your design or create one from scratch with our built-in design tool. Order raw labels today on Dotprint.
No one back to stop them.
And you gotta be aware of
They were doing shout-outs and shout-downs, talking about things like was WWE Raw too much. That's even free. We need the title. Was it a good thing or a bad thing? Taking all of your feedback, the goods and the bads. My voice is almost gone today, but let's go anyways. This 90s TV says shout-out to the episode of Raw from Madison Square Garden last night. My favorite part of the show was seeing my favorite wrestler, Dolph Ziggler, compete in the ring. Also, the match between Devon Evans and Gunther was fantastic. I think Devon Evans is a future star. Yes, he is a future star. Hopefully he gets to the main roster in a matter of no time. Also, shout out to Gunther getting his old Walter theme back. I think Gunther doing that, and you do believe that Walter Theme with Gunther theme the whole tournament and beat John Cena. They repackaged Gunther just a little bit. They tweaked him. So I do like it. I just think that he's going to be the guy. When it goes to the whole episode, Ziggler comes like, yeah, I loved it. Ziggler becomes so much better than like so many people on the roster, doesn't it? I thought he did great. The match was a lot of fun. I like to see Ziggler back on regular TV. Eugene says, shout downside that Cody's still champ. They need to put championship on someone else. Yeah, I'm kind of in that camp too of I've seen Cody. He's just not even anything captivating as the guy for WWE. It feels like War Games is a holding pattern for him and a lot of people, honestly. So I think it kind of hurts their overall flow. After War Games, guys like Cody, they need something personal, big, lucky, need something to kickstart going to WrestleMania, because I do agree that the Cody title reign this time around, I mean, after he beat Cena to get it back, it just isn't done too much for me anymore. David Gaines says, he took the legs right there, Sledgehammer. Says, shout-outs limited for fun build to the men's War Games match. Real Pops was cool to see again. Yeah, they haven't done that in a very long time, have they? It's kind of like a little nostalgia piece, but we're talking about nostalgia because people think there's too much nostalgia on Raw. It was just way too much overall. But I like seeing that they would bring out the Pops.
the pull-apart balls, it's kind of a staple thing for them, but they've been building this thing for a couple of weeks, and they're using multiple stories, like Cody and Drew. They're in more games, they have their feuds, so let's have them in there. Particularly Jay and Roman, I like to see what their dynamic's going to be inside one match too. He's honestly shut down for not having the Miz be in the tournament longer than he was. He's so underrated, unappreciated. I think, I would have been cool if Miz moved on. I don't think he would have won anyways. Some people feel like there's too much of the old guard in this tournament, not enough fresh, younger talent getting opportunities. I would have liked to see Miz just move on to a little bit. It's great. Garrett Ninja says, shout out, the best part was when Dolph Ziggler returned to WWE, and shout down. I hate the fact that WWE brings back old superstars like Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler just to lose the current superstars on the main roster. Between those two, I wish that Ziggler moved on. I didn't see Cardona necessarily moving on against LA Knight, although everyone would say that LA Knight is buried. But Ziggler coming in, there was something about his reaction and the way he went in the ring, and they built that match with Solo. It made me feel like he had. This is why Ziggler, I feel like, used to be on TV again, because Ziggler did such a great job of making me feel like he had a chance to beat Solo and move on. I don't expect him to win it permanently, but he made me feel like he had a chance. Cardona, that match just felt like, hey, cool, Zack Ryder, Matt Cardona's back. Okay, let's have some fun. But it didn't really grab me as a viewer as much, if that makes sense. But I hear what you're saying. It's kind of contrasting. It's like, well, what do you want? Like, do you want having nostalgia pops and bringing out people that you're familiar with? Is that kind of nuts for Ziggler and then nuts for Cardona? But the contrast side of that, people just sit there and say, it's too much reliance on old guard, on older superstars, names. Let's build up younger talent. And I do agree that we need to build up that undercard a lot more. What happens when your old guard, your Cody's and Punks get injured? You can be out for a long time, you're tough, and it's very clean. Lucas Brown says, shut up. I like Dom versus Cena happening again. It opens the door for Liv to return to help Dom win, and maybe Judgment Day turns on Liv Dom. Ooh, that is very interesting. I didn't think about that. One early type of prediction I had was, maybe doesn't turn out in the women's Wargames match. But that is such an interesting recall. Because I fully expect Dom to get the IC title back from Cena. Because in San Diego, it puts Cena's hit his accolades, right? He's got it all now. So it's fine. We're all kind of just trying to get to the end and see what the final match is going to look like. So Dom, I totally expect him to get that IC title back off of Cena. Even Cena has a sliding match, not as a champion. But how does Dom do it? Obviously, I would have expected Dom in San Diego who's going to cheat to win. Roll up title belt. Things like that will be extreme lately from Dom. But almost trips don't work. That is a very good one of if he come back and screw over Cena, helps Dom get the victory, crowd goes and pops for Liv coming back. And now you set up something, like you said, of the Judgment Day, Dom, Liv, guy, Roxanne's in there, like, what are we going to do? That's a great way to bring her back instead of just, a Royal Rumble return or War Games, and it's like, well, how does she fit in that? So I like that a lot, and it gives Dom the juice to do it. Mongolia says, shout down for WWE having zero POs in events in the entire 2025 that features wrestling, especially with 2 nights SummerSlam. It's unlikely Women's War Games will be main event, even if Women's War Games has a story compared to the men's. Yeah, they have not done enough this year to elevate. Now, they did have ownership, which is an entire PLO, right? And that show is great. But that showed you that, hey, you could feature them at a higher level. PLO specifically, yes, I totally get it. You need to write more compelling stories. That's all it is. Really. You have the talent. It's just you feature them enough, and they have it on, Raw. We've seen women, but not the DLEs, like you're saying. And I think you don't have enough really big, interesting stories that compel that. I mean, Jade just got the